Hey folks, JD here. And again, another grim morning, but it is the winter in the UK. Today, what have we got? Well, we've got the ULily W606-9. Interesting. Well, as some of you may remember, 2 years ago I flew this one's big brother. LEDs are the front and the blue LEDs are the back. Wow, you can really hear this thing cutting through the air. It really, And I thought it was very good for what it was. Very heavy, quite slow, but ultimately it flew, and it flew pretty well. Now, this one has been out for quite a while. I thought I'd wait to see if they'd made any changes, any upgrades, a few things, nothing too major, and I thought then I would go for it because I picked this up for £16. That's right, 1/6. And I thought, do you know what, for that, I'm willing to give it a shot. Plus, as I like my strange quadcopters, this certainly ticks that box. So what do we have? Well, we have 4 brush motors, we have LEDs all the way around. We have a small camera on the bottom, don't think it's going to be too great, with an SD card included, which is in the back here. We've got quite a nice transmitter as well. The transmitter itself has got quite a few buttons, quite a few mod cons, especially these little switches. I'm a fan of those, so therefore this ticks the boxes as well. So we're going to give it a shot today. We've got 2 batteries with us. We're going to give one battery a shot, and then we're going to try another one and a couple of feature tests and see how we go with that. We've got a bit of a wind here today as well, gusting up to about 45 miles an hour. Don't know about how this guy's going to fare in that, but we'll give it a shot. That's why I've come to this part of the area, so we have a little bit of shelter from the trees. Alright then folks, let's give it a shot. Okay, a couple of things to say. Since the unboxing, I have actually gone in and screwed this FPV boom in. It's now pretty stable. It's got a little bit of wiggle room, but that doesn't bother me that much. Right then, let's see exactly where we're going to go with this. So, let's twist. Let's take the battery out. The switch is off by the look of it, so therefore when we plug it in, we shouldn't, even though we have a connection, we shouldn't be turning the quadcopter on, which is exactly what we're doing. And oh, there we go, fit that back inside there. Quite a snug little battery bay, but it's nice because I like the fact that it gives you room to work. It doesn't just give you a small portion where you've got to try and fiddle your fingers in there. What I don't like, however, is that doesn't seem to lock very well. Oh well, we'll soon see how it goes. So that is all connected. Let's turn on the quadcopter, let's turn on the transmitter, single one up and one down to bind. After a couple of seconds, these lights should go solid, exactly like that. Both of these switches are in the off position for auto return and for headless mode, so we should be okay there. Let's see if we've got a broadcasting network. And if we do, yes we do, perfect. So we should just be able to connect straight to that, which I'm hoping we are. Come on. There we go, beautiful. And then the app is Cam FPV. And we should find that, yes, we get a... Oh, let me turn that round the other way. We get an FPV relay signal. Yeah, we do. Perfect. Okay. Let me record my screen as well, so I can capture. Whoa. Okay, that's not good. The app crashed. Maybe that's a sign of things to come, folks. I hope not, but we'll soon see, eh? Open up Cam FPV, let's have a little look. Right, we're back there. Is it going to crash again when I try and turn on screen recording? Not this time. Still fully linked up. Down and to the left to calibrate those gyros. Now my friends, we can use the 1 key takeoff and we can get her straight up in the air. Okay folks, we're up, and I've just used a little bit of right roll trim and left roll trim in order to keep this in check. Let's turn this round and let's see. Oh, she's very clear to see, very easy to see. White LEDs on the front, blue on the back, blue going around the circle as well. All in all, seems to be okay. Let's get some video recording, some raw video directly onto that SD card and see exactly where we end up. So, very loud, a lot like her brother. He was very loud as well. Let's put it into speed mode 2. Okay, ooh, she's very delicate to fly. What I mean by that is that she is very, very light. Very, very light. Wow, these analog sticks, I'm not putting hardly any pressure behind them, and she is absolutely flying. And she's quite difficult to correct. Okay, let's see. So let me just show you what I'm doing here. A little bit of yaw and roll there to take her around for a nice tight corner, but I'm hardly moving these sticks, and she's very responsive. Could be to do with the fact she's in speed mode 2. Let's find out. Let's put her into speed mode 1. And yeah, purely the fact she was in speed mode 2. She's very light in speed mode 2. But speed mode 1, you get quite a nice amount of power from her. You know, not to be sniffed at for what she is. You know, I think that's okay. Right then, okay, let's bring her back. Let's see what we've got. So let's kind of position her here. If I kind of bring her around to me a little bit, let's get a couple of photos and see exactly what these photos are like with her moving a little bit as well. Okay, I don't think I'm going to be flying this one on the app. I think I'm going to be just flying this on the transmitter. So far, Wi-Fi FPV signal seems to be okay, you know. It hasn't broken up yet. Let's take it a little bit further out. No, still got full signal. She is lowering her altitude quite a bit, but we do have quite an incline here. It's not a flat piece of ground. We've got a bit of wind. So I'm going to try and correct her. Whoa! Whoa! Yeah, not good in the breeze at all. She gets battered about. Let's put her into speed mode 2 so we can get a bit of power to cut through that breeze. Oh! Oh! She is fighting. She is fighting that breeze, ladies and gentlemen. Wow! She's bobbing up and down. But she's going for it. She is going for it. And the breeze. Oh, here comes another one. I thought that had subsided then. Oh, nicely done. All in all. Oh, she's. Look, I'm flat on the throttle, 100%, 100%. And she is still finding it difficult to take off. Could have been because the breeze was battering her. This is certainly not one for a windy day. Not even a small windy day. Speed mode 1 won't even get through this 4-mile-an-hour breeze. But she flies pretty good, to be fair. She's okay. I mean, she's nothing special, but at the same time, you have got full control of her. Even in this little sort of glade where I'm in here. The only thing, I see she's 100% and she takes ages to get back up in the air. If we didn't have that breeze, I'd take her up a little bit higher, but I'm not risking losing it. Oh! There we are. Well, I guess that was the battery then. As she just came thundering down to the floor. So far, that flight seemed to be okay. Now, we had some wind hit us, and it hit me from, as I was standing this way, it hit me from the back straight on as the quadcopter was coming back. In speed mode 1, absolutely no chance whatsoever in getting through that. Speed mode 2, on the other hand, seemed to be better. She was able to cut through that breeze. She was able to really sort of get through it. Let me just stop my recording. She was able to cut through it. She was able to go. She was able to actually maneuver through without there being any issue. I like having that extra speed mode because it gives me that little bit of extra oomph to get through that breeze. Flight on speed mode 2 is very light. My god, the slightest movement and it equates to a huge movement in the quadcopter. That is quite unnerving at times. Once you get used to it though, I was fine. Took her out of speed mode 2, put her back into speed mode 1, flew her around, got used to her in speed mode 1, put her back into speed mode 2, and I didn't find there an issue. But when I first went to speed mode 2, wow, that thing, it really turned around and it really bit me in the ass to begin with. I think this is going to be a fantastic summer flyer where there's no wind, no breeze, nice humid day. I think this is going to be a fantastic flyer. Now in the wind it's not fantastic, but that's, I got nobody else to blame, not this quadcopter but myself, for bringing her out in conditions like this. Now I think she did very well. What do you think, folks? As for the transmitter, I tell you, that thing is very, very good. It gives you premium quality feel. Now, okay, that's quite laughable for a £15 quadcopter, but at the same time, you've got switches. We don't see that as often as we used to. We have a full fully working transmitter. The roll features, the trim features I used, as I said right at the start of the video, of the flight test rather, and it trimmed her up without any problem, so they work. The only thing I didn't get to try are any features, but that's what the next flight is for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this, change the battery in that quad, and then we're going to take it back up, look at some 360 flips, look at some other features as well, and see exactly how well they work in this little quad. Battery time wasn't great, but I had her in speed mode 2, fighting against the breeze, recording video and taking photos. So all in all, let's look at, if I go into my photos, I can see, what's my screen recording? 5 minutes and 17 seconds. That's not terrible. That is really not terrible. Now, considering the conditions, if I had her in speed mode 1 with no video recording and that time, I would be very, well, I wouldn't think that's acceptable. But for 5 minutes and 17 seconds, speed mode 2, video constantly recording, I think that's okay. Now, let's go for no video recording on the next flight and see whether that battery life increases. Alright then folks, thank you ever so much for watching and listening. I've been JD, you've been fantastic as always. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Hello and welcome to all the new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the channel. So until next time, my friends, happy flying.